So you can imagine, just sit back in your chair. You can do that brushing yourself off exercise because this is also rewiring you and it's rebalancing your feminine and masculine. And you're going from your shoulders to your elbows. And you could do that 21 times. And then you could start going all the way down to the palms of your hands and just brush yourself off. And then just rub your hands together, maybe place them over, one over your heart, the other over your womb. Oh, and imagine that you could drink in this celestial starlight, which is it's very beautiful. It's like a platinum photonic light, but it's also very warm and soothing. And it's going to melt all those cords away with the help of the sun god Ra. So imagine you're back in your mother's womb now, but this time you're not alone because your soul mother has come in, divine mother. And so we're going to reframe the original in utero process for you right now with your permission and consent. So we all have a soul mother.
Yes.
Your soul mother, the group, our soul cluster soul mother, and the world soul mother. So your soul mother is coming in, our soul mother, because we're all related. So we could share a soul mother too in this group. And she's entering into this dark, moist space. So I want you to just sit back in your chair. You can even like kind of crawl into a fetal position. If you want to lay down, you can, as long as you don't fall asleep. You can cover yourself with a blanket and get a nice pillow so your body is super relaxed, open, soft, and comfortable. So imagine that she's crawled inside to hold you, and she's just kind of shining a soft pale blue spirit light around you so she could better see you, breathe you in, and wrap her angel wings around you. So now we're calling in Isis and her sparkling iridescent blue and silver wings. And she's our mother too. You can only receive or absorb um, your mother's hormonal secretions of oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin, melatonin. You're just going to receive right now the right amount, not too much, not too little, to help you rest, digest, and process this incubation meditation. So this time, everything seems to be different. You have more space to stretch out, more room to grow. And your soul mother and your soul mother, right? And your birth mother have all created this shield of protection around all of you. It's almost like a safety net. So whatever darkness has now transmuted into light, into space and peace for these 9 months, especially in the first, second, well, especially in the second trimester. But let's go back to the very, very beginning with the sperm and the egg that created you. And then we can change what happens in the second and the third trimesters, right? So we're going way back to the origin of you when you were just created as spirit in human form, getting ready for this brand new incarnation. But changing your karma and changing your destiny too at the same time, changing your upbringing with this new beginning, this new introduction to life. So your soul is ready to now kind of choose your own path to create more ease, more trust, more comfort. Breathe that comfort into your bones now and more safety, trusting that your life can be different than your mother's, your mother's mothers, your mother's mother's mothers, and your entire maternal bloodline. And now imagine, if you can, if you can't see or feel or hear, just imagine if you could. Your soul mother begins this divine intervention process, and she's kind of like healing your mother's womb and coating it in this amrita and mother's milk and this honey nectar and this almost like an angelic honey that's just spreading, this elixir of ambrosia that is starting to kind of heal your mother's womb, but also your mother's feelings, thoughts, and emotion. Just creating this warm blanket of comfort and love. And let's invite in Shekhinah, holy, holy, holy mother, to kind of heal you with her heart, link your heart to her heart, her soul to yours, and let this warm, soothing sensation just penetrate into your developing womb, your muscles, your blood, your bones, your organs, everything that's been hurting. All the stiff joints, the arthritis, the ligaments, just relaxing your lower belly. Again, you're just placing your hands now over your lower belly, breathing into a more expanded, open space, and opening your heart's wings at the same time, clearing your mind of any anxiety or disturbances or any overwhelm. Anything that was passed down to you from the cells and DNA, the uterine tissue from your mother and her mother. And as you relax and soften, what would it feel like if you could finally become your family's cycle breaker, that painful relationship cycle breaker, that this ends with you, these patterns, these cycles of pain, stress, and trauma can now finally end with you, so you don't have to pass this on, all this pain, the stress and trauma, to your children and children's children, even if you never had your own children. But the world and all your clients and your friends and loved ones are kind of like your children, your family, your soul family too. And now, as you're developing and growing, just see if you can kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, the light at the end or the beginning of your mother's birth canal, starting to kind of like open and soften. You can kind of almost see like your your new life beginning to form, but in a different way, in a more loving and compassionate way. So this is a rebirthing transmission to kind of change the way you've been feeling. So allow yourself to kind of rub your hands together again and place them, just scan yourself, scan every part of you, and just see what you're feeling when you run your hands, your healing hands over around you, and just bring down more light to bathe in, and just wash your hands and shower your chakras in this light. And notice how that feels as your field, your aura becomes just completely golden, glowing light.